Okay, let's deep dive into number sequences today. So we will go to organization administration, number sequences. So after you set up your legal entity, in this case was Contuso Trading Italy, what I recommend you is to click on generate the number sequences because that will lead you to a guided setup where the system will automatically generate for you all the number sequences needed for the system and will apply also to all the parameters. I already did that, so it's very easy and it will take just a few clicks. It will is really easy to follow, so no problem for that. What I want to focus today is how to generate the custom number sequence. So I will create a new number sequence now, and I will call it CTET cast because we want to create a number sequence for customer. And I can decide if I want it shared between legal entities or, for example, per company. Then I want that this is per company, for example, and this CTTET, and I want a constant, and I want also 6 digits. So this is how it will look like. These are set up important to understand because in use it means that this number sequence was applied in one of the parameters in our system. Stop it means that it is not cannot be anymore used. Manual means that it will not be used, but only the user will be able to manually insert the customer ID. So it's important we set this to know if we want the automatic number sequence to work. Then continuous is important parameter to understand because for Microsoft it's better to keep it to know because performance may be impacted. It could be really be low performance in our system if we used to have a continuous number sequence. What does it mean continuous? It means customer 01, customer 02, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no gap between the ID, the numbers. But this will mean also that if a lot of users are trying to create a customer or try to create purchase order, for example, the system will always try to have a continuous number sequence, so it will be very low performance. So some people, what they do, they keep this to know, and then they activate the pre-allocation, and they put, for example, 5 numbers. That means you will have 5 numbers as a gap. So number 1, number 6, number 11, to improve the performance. In our case, we don't want the pre-allocation. And the last 2 parameters is to a lower number and to a higher number. If I select yes to a higher number, I'm allowed to select a higher ID. So from 5 instead, I can choose 6, and so on. This is important because we need to move to 900,000 because I selected 6 digits here, so it needs to be coherent. If not, I will get an error. The next is important, especially if you are working on data migration for the new company. So you are in go live phase and you imported, for example, already 200 vendors, then this one maybe should be 201, right? 201. Okay, I created my number sequence and I'm happy with it. I will go to account receivable. I will go to setup account receivable parameters. Then I will go to number sequences. Then let me find my number sequence GTT cast, and this is applied. Now let's go to create a customer to see our number sequence in action. So I will, as you can see, that's my number sequence, test IP cast 1. Oh, I already have that. Let me create Italy. Customer group, then I created before, test, currency euro, and then I will save it. Now what I want to show you is not the customer creation process, but how when I click new, then it goes to number 2, okay? cancel here. So this is talk about number sequence, right? Really important setup, because without that, the system will be able to not process transaction in general. Then we can go to organization administration and check the unit setup. Here there are already all the units already. For example, centimeter, I can create a new unit if I want. This is the unit class, the system of units, the fixed unit. It's important to understand, for me, that you understand what it means with unit conversion. I have standard conversions, so for example, centimeter to meter, and then I have intra-class between the same class, and interclass between different class. So I can define, for example, for a specific product, that from centimeter to box, this is the unit conversion. Of course, I can decide also the rounding, can decide the formula, but then I need a product, okay? So right now I can use a product that I have here, then I can say this one is like this, and then I click OK, and then this is my unit conversion. So 1 centimeter equals 10 boxes. Last setup I want to show you is the calendars. Why calendars are important? They are important especially for some setup like MRP, because without the calendar, MRP will not work. I created in advance for time issues, because it takes some time to create a calendar, but I'm going to show you how it works. You can go to working times after you create the calendar. You will have this form as blank, and then you can click on compose working times and choose the work time template and the from date and to date of how far you want to go with your calendar. It's important because imagine you run it until 2028 and then you forget it. From 1st January 2029, MRP, for example, will not work. Then you can create a work time template. You can find the times for each day. You can use the copy function for copying the day. So that's a really nice function to not waste time. And then you have Saturday and Sunday generally are closed for pickup for most of the companies, and you can flag this. Then you can go back and then run as a batch, and then you can run the calendar. What will be the result is this one, as you can see. So all the days. And yeah, so it's very easy. Just click on new and then you can create a calendar. So thanks for watching this video. In the next video, we will see some finance basic setup related to general ledger and fiscal calendar, for example, and chart of accounts. So see you.